बार बार केवल रोना ही आ रहा था कि
I was crying over and over again, thinking, if I have a fragment of the faith that great devotees like you have, I would be blessed. Yesterday, I was reading the purifying biography of Guru Tegbahadur. I was inspired and I was reading. The Pandits of Kashmir were ordered by Aurangzeb, accept the Islamic religion, all of you. Otherwise, you will be massacred. And he did a lot of massacre. He gave them a deadline to convert. And they ran to Guru Tegbahadur ji, who was presiding as the Guru of the Sikhs. They took shelter of his lotus feet and said, "You are the only one who can save us." He said, "Go tell the emperor." It is a long past time, but we'll tell you in a summary. He said, "Go tell the emperor, if you're able to get Guru Tegh Bahadur to accept Islam, then all the Kashmiri Pandits without any condition will convert. If you defeat one, then all of us will be defeated and we will accept your instructions." Aurangzeb viewed other religions very negatively. He ordered that Guru Tegh Bahadur should be made captive and brought in front of him in Delhi. His soldiers went, but strength and bravery is a part of the Sikh tradition, and Guru Tegh Bahadur was protected by his disciples, warriors, who said, "You cannot touch him." The soldiers put the condition in front of Guru Tegh Bahadur that you can come on your own or we will capture you. He said, "You leave. I walk the path of truth. You don't have to take me captive. I will come on my own." They did a lot of kirtan. Guru Tegh Bahadur did kirtan, sung God's praises, and preached en route and then reached Delhi. Immediately, Aurangzeb got his soldiers to capture him. He had all his opulence. Emperor said, "Accept my religion." And then Guru Tegh Bahadur said, "If God only wanted one religion in the world, then why would he establish other religions?" This means that wherever you are situated, you should follow your religion and your duties. So how can you convert me to your religion? You don't have the power. The emperor put him in an extremely difficult situation. The emperor was very, very cruel. Not just one, but many great souls have been punished by this cruel person. He locked Guru Tegh Bahadur in a small iron cage, and his soldiers were captured. Because the emperor had a huge army, he captured Guru Tegh Bahadur and tortured him for many days. He was in an iron cage and was struck by spears and tortured in many different ways. The emperor would ask him every time, "Accept my religion, and whatever position you want, I will grant you. I am the emperor. And if you don't, the repercussions will be horrible." Guru Tegh Bahadur laughed and said, "God has established me in my religion. What power do you have to defeat me?" He spoke bitter words. "What power do you have?" And then at that time, he sang,
भाई मैं धनु पाइयो हरि नाम, मन मेरो धावन ते छूटियो, करी बैठो विश्राम। भाई मैं धनु पाइयो हरि नाम, माया ममता तन ते भागी, उपज्यो निर्मल ज्ञान। लोभ मोह यही परसि न साके, गही भगति भगवान भाई मैं धन पाइयो हरि नाम। देखो,
See, he's facing a horrific situation, torture and death. And he's singing, "Oh brother, I have found the wealth of Lord's name. Now my mind does not run anywhere, it is still. Kare baitho vishram, my mind has found peace in the holy name. My mind is peaceful. You can torture the body, but now I have no relationship to it. Maya has run away. You can torture the body, but it will have no influence because of the power of the name. Pure knowledge is manifest as a result of this name.
लोभ मोह यही परसी न साके गही भगति भगवान।
You cannot tempt my mind with anything now. You cannot scare me because God's influence is in my heart. His bhakti is in my heart.
जन्म जन्म का संसार चूका रतन नाम जब पाइया तृष्णा सकल विनाशी मनते निज सुख माहि समाइया।
I have been wandering life after life, but now I have no doubt. I have found the wealth of the holy name and all my doubts have been cleared. Even the desire to live is finished. All desires are gone because my mind is immersed in God's own spiritual bliss.
जाको होत दयालु कृपा निधि सो गोविंद गुण गावे कहु नानक इह विधि को संपे को गुरुमुखी पावे। कह रहे,
He says, the one on whom God showers His mercy, only He can chant God's name and sing His glories. Guru Nanak Ji says, now there are no desires and no doubts because I am surrendered to my Guru and have obtained the holy name from his lotus mouth. This is a huge gain. Now this mind cannot be converted, it cannot be influenced, it has no doubts, it has no attachments, and the holy name presides in my heart. My mind is in that peaceful position.
हरि के नाम बिना दुख पावे भगति बिना सहसा नहीं चूके गुरु ये भेद बतावे हरि के नाम बिना दुख पावे।
If you don't take shelter of Guru and you don't obtain the holy name from his mouth, then you will not develop bhakti, and if you don't develop bhakti, your life will be wasted. The one who is chanting is untouched by misery, and one who is not cannot escape misery.
कहा भय तीरथ व्रत किए नाम शरण नहीं आवे जोग यज्ञ निफल तिह मानो जो प्रभु जस बिसरावे। क्या हुआ?
If you visited holy places, you did austerities, you did charity, but did not take shelter of the holy name, did not chant, did not sing the glories of God, then your yoga, your charity, your pilgrimage is a waste.
मान मोह दोनों को परिहरि गोविंद के गुण गावे कहु नानक विधि को प्राणी जीवन मुकुत कहावे।
Guru Nanak Ji says, one who constantly chants and sings glories of God is a liberated person. See, Guru Tegbahadur is facing a horrific nature and he's in bliss.
तिहि नर जन्म अकारत खोया इहि राखो मन माही तीरथ करत बिरत पुनि राखे नहीं मनुआ बस जाए.
If you do not chant, if you're not under a guru's shelter, then you can try everything else, but your mind will not come under control.
निफल धर्म ताहि तुम मानो साच कहत मैं याको तीरथ करे बिरत पुनि राखे नहीं मनुआ बस जाको.
Believe me, your pilgrimage, charity, renunciation, and good karma will be a waste unless you receive Guru's mercy, because your mind will not be under control and will not be engaged in chanting.
जैसे पाहन जल मही राखी भेदे नहीं ती पानी तैसे ही तुम ताहि पिछानो भगतहीन जो प्राणी.
The one who does not take shelter of Guru, his heart is hard like a stone. It doesn't matter how much water you put, it does not soften. Similarly, unless you take Guru's shelter, your heart will remain impure, will be maligned. The one whose heart does not have bhakti of a Guru, his life is a waste.
कलि में मुकुति नाम ते पावत गुरु ही भेद बतावे कहु नानक सोई नर गुरुआ जो प्रभु के गुण गावे.
The one who constantly sings God glories and God's name is truly his Guru's. Guru Tegbahadur was tortured a lot. They inflicted extreme pain on him. He said, I will never leave my religion. Does not matter how much you torture me. And be afraid of that Paramatma. Don't be cruel to the people. But Aurangzeb was cruel-hearted and he turned red with anger. He again inflicted more pain on him. I'm telling you in summary, but he was tortured a lot, tried to scare him a lot, but Guru Tegbahadur was unmovable like a mountain. And he believed that only God's name and God's qualities and pastimes are what matter in my life. Aurangzeb kept him in an iron cage for many more days, tortured him more and did not give anything to eat. When he saw that he cannot win and Guru Tegbahadur will not be defeated, then in Samvat 1732, around 1675 CE, month of Marg, about Jan-Feb, he took him out of the cage and asked, what is your last wish? He said, I want to take a bath. And then Guru Tegbahadur sat down under a banyan tree. He meditated on Guru Nanak Ji and started reciting the Sikh Japuji from the Guru Granth Sahib and went in deep meditation. Right then, Sayyid Adam Shah from Aurangzeb's army, his associates, they chopped off his head. These great souls and others who followed Dharma tolerated great difficulty. Think about it. If something goes against our wishes, then we start doubting God. Reflect on such gurus, on these great souls. They were afflicted with extreme pain and still did not give up their religion. His hair was pulled out along with the skin. They were put in a hot pot and burning hot sand was poured on them. Nails were hammered into them. All their limbs were wounded and cut. They never even complained and never gave up their religion. They were sawed in two in the middle of the intersection. They were sawed slowly, little by little, giving gaps in the middle. But they kept chanting, Ram, Ram, Ram. Hey, this path of God that we have taken has to be followed with great determination. A devotee obtains this faith and determination from such great souls and gurus. from these great personalities is where he gains his nishtha, his faith. What does nishtha mean? When things go favorable, we get honor? No. Even if you face great difficulty and extreme pain and your nishtha faith is unbroken, that is true faith. Great souls accepted God's dharma and tolerated great suffering without breaking.